Hello, you're watching Razzmatazz with Rashi, and today we have with us Sonal Mathur with her book Lessons from Nature. This book is written by the two sisters, Meenal and Sonal. They both together also have a couple of blogs, and in this episode, we'll get to know a lot more about them and their work. Welcome, Sonal. How are you?
Thank you, Rashi. Thank you for welcoming us in this Razzmatazz with Rashi show. And like we are quite happy to discuss our book and blogging journey
Yes,
with you.
sure. So before we
Hmm.
move forward, I'll tell the viewers that at the end of this episode, we'll have a question. And if you comment with the correct answer, you stand a chance to win the mega prizes at the end of the season. Also, this contest is open only for the subscribers, so don't forget to subscribe before you participate. And you'll get the answer in this episode itself, so watch carefully. Yes, Sonal. So tell us
Yes.
something about yourself and about the MeenalSonal duo.
Like the duo, you can say like we both sisters like had a passion for writing from start,
Mhm.
but that goes away when you are in your life when you start studying and coming up with your life
Yes.
stages, your motherhood and all. So it was stayed aback. Our father
Mhm.
is a good writer, and he used
Okay.
to write poetries and he used to narrate to
Nice.
us. And we were sometimes in awe of it, like how do you write, how do you rhyme? And that was there. After motherhood strike, and when we left our jobs and we were going under parenting phase,
Mhm.
so when we got talked about, and we were like कि कोई तो एक common चीज है जो हम में
Uh-huh.
है, and that was writing.
Okay.
And when we used to talk to each other, we used to motivate each other with our,
Mm.
if someone is feeling low, so, telling that.
Yeah.
And so we thought कि कोई ऐसी चीज हम लिखें, कोई blogs, like we should come
Mhm.
up where it come and dispels the negativity.
Okay.
So coming up with positive oriented blogs and
Mhm.
coming with articles that spread positivity.
Mhm.
So we came up with a blog as Aura of Thoughts.
Okay. So when was this started?
It was way back in 2013.
Oh, long
So
journey.
yeah, long journey, and we didn't even quite thought कि we'll come this long,
Yes.
so consistently. But कहते हैं ना कि एक बार अगर आपको लिखने का और ब्लॉगिंग करने
हाँ,
का कीड़ा लग गया है, so you
बिल्कुल।
can't get stopped.
फिर रुक नहीं सकते।
So नहीं रुक सकते. We have continued it, and we are happy that the way the audience and the readers are
Yes,
taking our blog and they are appreciating it. Even the fellow bloggers, they come up and say
correct.
say good things about it, so we feel very really
Mm.
good about it.
And you have recently come up with a Hindi blog as well.
या हिंदी ब्लॉग, हाँ, वो रीजनल लैंग्वेज में लिखने का एक जो आपका मजा है, वो
Yes.
कोई और लैंग्वेज नहीं ले सकती.
Mm.
Plus,
True.
the readers which we had at auraofthoughts.com, and we used to publish Hindi poetries
Mm-hmm.
at auraofthoughts.com. So readers were an audience were always appreciated the Hindi
Hindi,
post
more than, yeah.
much more than the
Yes, they're
English,
more
and
like
they were.
they are able to connect better with your regional language.
Yes, yes. And when they connected it, and they were like, why don't we have much more to read about it in your
Mm.
Hindi? And our mother being a Hindi senior school teacher, and she was
Oh,
like, why don't you come up with Hindi blogs? I know you can write more, much more in Hindi and come up. And we were
बस
like,
तो टीचर
कि,
घर पे ही है मतलब
हाँ,
लिख के मम्मी से करेक्ट करवा लो
we do that. So when we thought ki let us come up with give Hindi articles a special place, so
yes
we came up with a Hindi blog titled as dhoopchhaon.in.
धूप छाव हम्म,
धूपछांव, so जो जिंदगी के अपने लेसन्स हैं और जो
yes
फलसफे हैं, वो हम धूप छांव में लिख रहे हैं. एंड
nice
बहुत खुश हैं हम लोग कि द वे इट इज गेटिंग
response
पीपल आर कहते हैं कि सुकून मिलता है आपके आर्टिकल्स पढ़ के, हिंदी
how
आर्टिकल्स
nice
पढ़ के. सो और क्या चाहिए किसी राइटर
yes
को कि
बिल्कुल ये कॉम्प्लीमेंट तो चाहिए राइटर्स को
So yeah,
So tell us
yeah.
about the book Lessons from Nature. ये क्या है concept? क्या सोचा आपने?
See, writing about positive articles, हम हमेशा we used to, take a stream of it, and then we used to write articles on our blog. And सीखने के लिए हमेशा ही हम आतुर होते हैं, कभी भी.
Yeah.
तो अगर हम सोचें, and if we like keenly observe the nature, they always give us a lesson. It is
Yes.
only up to us to understand it, like
And learn from
what the
the nature.
nature has taught us. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's not that we have to go and feel ourselves in a serene nature bliss में आपको जाना है. So
Mhm.
आप कभी भी कोई nature की सीनरी भी अगर आप देख लेते हो, so it
Mhm.
strikes connection with you. Why?
Mhm.
Because we are connected to it, and because we are
Correct.
all interrelated.
Mhm.
And when we thought of coming with this book, lessons from nature, so
Mhm.
we collated all the nature lessons which we thought before.
Okay.
And not only positive aspects of nature, we
Mhm.
have also touched upon topics such as floods, tornado,
Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
quagmire.
On
क्योंकि
natural
life,
disasters.
yeah, natural
Mhm.
disaster, because life is not always path of roses.
True.
You
That's
have
true.
to walk through the thorns also.
Yes.
तो ये चीजें भी आपको कभी ना कभी कुछ ना कुछ सिखा जाती हैं.
सिखाती है. Yes. Definitely.
यस, सिखाती हैं. और अगर उस हार्डशिप में एंड इन दैट ओवरवेलमिंग सिचुएशन और वल्नरेबिलिटी में इफ यू टेक अ लेसन, then
Mhm.
उस then that is a very big positive aspect of life which we learn.
Yes.
So this is what
The book is about. Okay.
yeah, the book is about. And we had a concise book, because like sometimes people don't like listening or reading lecturing much more, so we try to put a book
Mhm. To the
which is
point सब लिखा है
short,
उसमें.
yeah, to the point, and the chapters are concise, so that people can read it, because we know
Mhm.
people are in a rush these days. They
Yes.
want the big matter in a smaller versions.
True.
So
टाइम
that's
नहीं है
how.
लोगों के पास अभी. नॉवेल पढ़ते नहीं है लोग. So like
Yeah.
you both have been going like you said 2013 से start किया है दोनों ने मिलके blog. So what is the secret that you both are still going together? Because we have seen so many collabs. They come up with a bang and out of because of difference of opinion or there are so many other factors. कभी
Mhm.
झगड़ लेते हैं कुछ हो जाता है and they
हाँ,
do not continue. Especially
they
मतलब
do not.
siblings हो तो can't even imagine doing it with a sibling. आप दोनों कैसे करते हैं
Um,
बताइए.
See, whenever we write an article, so first thing, let me tell you that whatever 600 or 690 here, and more articles which we publish on other platforms such as Women's Wear, Mom's Presso,
Yeah.
or Blog Chatter. So there are around 750 plus articles which we have written,
Wow.
and there not has been even a single article which has gone with a review of each other,
Oh, that's amazing.
or which we are not convinced about.
Mm.
See, if at all I'm pitching an idea to Meenal and saying
Mm-hmm.
that ki this is the idea and concept, I'm going to write a post about it, and
Mm-hmm.
she is like, okay, go ahead. Okay, let's go ahead.
Yeah.
And whenever I write and give her the draft, and then she says, what you said, it's not getting conveyed in
Okay.
this
Yeah.
post. The words are not appealing, or either
Mm.
your headings or the way you have started.
Mm.
And the same happens with her, like when she
Yeah,
shares
when
some
she writes
idea,
and
and
you
when
review
she,
that.
yeah, and like I
Mm.
review it, and then I say, so it's a very fresh aspect से आप पढ़ते हो. So
Mm-hmm.
we have never taken each other's जैसे कि कोई भी any kind of weakness, if at all she says कि no,
Mm-hmm.
the vocab is going down,
Mm-hmm.
it is not coming the way it should be. Or if at all I say ki this paragraph is totally bouncer, now please we need to simplify it. So we
Mm.
take each other words as a reader, like what is
Okay.
viewer must get through,
Yeah.
or how, even would you say like all the images which we make on the social
Mm-hmm.
media platforms, or,
Yeah.
or that gets reviewed by each other. Is this okay? Okay. No, if it say no, it's not okay. It is
Uh-huh.
not conveying. तो
मतलब इन हाउस यू हैव बीटा रीडर रिव्यूअर एडिटर सब है घर
yeah,
में एक दूसरे के लिए, which
in
is so
house
good and so
rejections भी
useful.
है.
Like when we write
Yeah.
something and we look for कोई friend को भेजूं कि नहीं draft पढ़ा हो एक बार, and you have it already. That's an
या
advantage.
हाँ, वो बहुत बड़ा प्लस है. तो
Mm.
कोई भी गलती का स्कोप नहीं है. एंड प्लस what happens, Rashi, like when people are writing about a particular thing or going in a particular trend, when we
Mm-hmm.
go, so हम यही सोचते हैं कि हम अपनी ओरिजिनलिटी को रखते हुए ऑथेंटिसिटी, हाउ डू वी
Mm-hmm.
कीप आवर ऑथेंटिसिटी एंड देन कैन वी catch up with the trend. If
Mm.
yes, we go ahead. If no, we
Yes.
just drop the idea. It's not like if everybody is writing on this, so we also have to write it.
Yes. That's true.
Yes. So
And that's why your
everybody,
post comes up, they are so beautifully they come up. That final product comes up so nicely.
the final product comes up. Thank
Yes.
you, thank you.
So how do you manage? Like कभी तो होती होगी ना, झगड़े होते होंगे कि नहीं ये सही है, ये गलत है. What do you do on this
Like
situation?
then I need to convince her, na. If at all she says कि नहीं ये सही, this is not conveying the
Mm-hmm.
message in the story. If at all it is about story, then I say कि नहीं ऐसा ऐसा हो, तो फिर loop holes वही निकाल देता है ना, सामने वाला आपको
That's
बता देता
nice.
है कि
Yeah,
these are
discussion
the
होती
loop
है.
holes. हाँ, फिर उस पर डिस्कशन होती है कि ये
Good.
loop holes है and it doesn't come up. So
Yeah.
that is how we even plan our post and poetries, what to
Mm.
go next. So that is how we plan.
Yeah. Like even in
And
social media, I will tell you that they are so confusing. We are chat with somebody, DM करो, समझ नहीं आता किसने reply किया. They are so well connected.
yeah, and we don't even reveal that.
Yes. Don't reveal that. That's good. That's nice secret that you're maintaining. So you all are like very much into book reviews. Like you have been, that's kind of a niche that your blog has, and you've been reviewing so many books since then. So when did you
Yeah.
decide that you should come up with reviews, and how do you go about it? Like, is it like once she's reading a book and once you are reading, like what are the tips to keep
Yeah,
your blog
yeah,
active?
yeah, blog active. Yeah, I'll tell you.
Mm.
What happened is like you will also agree that reading is integral part of writing. So we
Yes,
all are first readers and then we
much
are
important.
writers. Yes, much important to us. So what happened, like initially when we started our blogging journey and we used to read books, Blogger platform came up with the book review programs.
Okay.
Uh, the way back in 2013 when
Mm-hmm.
Blogger. So it came up with a book review program and they said like, will you review this book? And
Mm-hmm.
we were like, yes, we will do. And then we moved further. So that's how we stepped into
Started. Okay.
books,
Yeah.
writing about book
Mm-hmm.
reviews. And when we wrote book reviews with our authentic style, would I say ki, not only writing about what is in the book and what is expected and what happened, I didn't like
Mm-hmm.
this nahi. So usko bhi thoda sa personal
Change ki.
touch,
Mm-hmm.
personal touch dena. And where if at all we added a section as a book cover and book title. Sometimes if the book title is being justified in the book, or the book cover is justified or not, whether the blurb which was mentioned it was right on. Sometimes what happens, like
Mm-hmm.
people write a blurb in such a manner, you pick a book,
Yeah.
right? You have picked up the book, like that concept is not at all
Yeah.
present
The
in the
book
book.
turns out something different.
Yes. So and one more thing is like we never rub off any book.
Mm-hmm.
If this is the case, like what you have written in the blurb and it's not in the book, so we will say
Mm-hmm.
that this book is for people who love surprises. So because what's there in the blurb you will not find in the book. So if
Sometimes
you
the
love
cover is also
surprise,
very misleading. We expect something else or कुछ और ही निकलता है
yes,
book में.
yes. So we write in that way. And if the book was very light-hearted and it doesn't require any of your brain, so we write it is a light read. You can read it
Okay. You're
anywhere,
using all
or
nice words to describe the
yeah.
book.
So you can even read it when you are sleepy. So if people like that, if they can understand between the lines, and if someone is very good keen in for a thriller and they want a plot and everything should be right, so they will not pick up this book.
Mm-hmm.
And people who want to start reading, so they can
Yeah.
pick up this book, right?
Yes.
So that is how each book is meant to be. And sometimes it
Mm-hmm.
happens like we even say ki the author who thought the idea of
Mm-hmm.
the book this way, that was not conveyed in the book.
Yeah.
क्योंकि blurb में अगर आप बोल रहे हो कि I want to convey a story which deals with the breakups in a
Mm-hmm.
relationship, and if at all the whole story has not covered it, so we will
Mm.
definitely tell that it is not covered it. But
Yes.
if you want to read about breakups, you can read it. So it's up
Mm.
to you. So why you would pick it, the book.
Yeah.
And we always do parallel reading, like
Okay.
so right now Meenal is reading the Lost Daughters
Hmm.
book. That is a one fiction and non-fiction she is reading, and
Okay.
I'm reading Jyoti Jha's latest book, that Heart Sanctuaries,
Okay.
plus a non-fiction of how self-talk, what is the effects of self-talk. So
Hmm.
we always do ki ek fiction, ek non-fiction book,
Oh,
we
nice.
both at a
Hmm.
time we are reading, so that when
Yeah.
we present to the audience, so there are many people who don't like self-help books because
Yes.
they
That's
believe
true.
like we are perfect,
Hmm.
nothing needs to be, and but
Nothing more to learn.
few, yeah, and few are there who always look for self-help books.
Yes.
So
It
so
depends.
that is,
Personal choices.
yeah, personal choice.
Yeah.
So that's how we have come up with alternate book reviews.
Mm.
We have
Okay.
done that way.
So you give a
Yeah,
full variety to your
yeah,
audience.
full variety to the audience. Yeah.
That's nice. So what are the points that you keep in mind while you review a book? Like what if we have like so many new reviewers coming up? So what tips would you give them?
Yeah, first and foremost, like pick a book only if that is an area of interest to you.
Hmm.
Like, like if at all you don't like cookery books, or if you don't like sci-fi books, if you don't like it, so
Yeah.
if you pick it up for review, you will definitely say it is waste book. You know,
Yeah. Because you
ऐसा
did not
भी,
enjoy the book.
yeah, because you did
Mhm.
not enjoy the book, and you did not enjoy the book because you don't enjoy that category itself.
Yes. Then
That
don't
was
pick
not
up.
meant.
Correct.
So then don't pick up. And if a
Mm.
person doesn't believe in love, then don't pick up that romantic book.
Romance. Yeah, of course.
Don't do that, because you will not justify to the words or the
True.
effort that authors have done it.
That's how
And
paid reviews come up.
yeah,
जहाँ मिल
and
जाता है अभी वो पढ़ लेते हैं, कितना पढ़ते हैं पता नहीं.
कितना
But
पढ़ते
when we
पता
read
नहीं,
the
but
review, we come to know कि कुछ है ही नहीं
that's
इसमें.
what that's what that's
Yeah,
what like when you read the review, you come to know कि reviewer कितने detail में गया
exactly.
है ना. So that is more important. अगर आप character sketch दे रहे हो किसी का, and the
Mm.
major point is like you should not be sport to the book. You should
Yes,
never be a
definitely.
spoiler to the book.
Yeah.
You can only say कि what you should look for a book, like whether this character Anant made it to the girl or not,
Hmm.
whether that particular murderer was caught by ISI agent, or
Mm.
that was caught. So ऐसे
Yeah.
सारी चीजें आप,
Suspense नहीं खोलना है उसमें.
हाँ, बस लिख देना है
Mm.
कि ऐसा कुछ सस्पेंस आपको खुलेगा इसमें.
Yeah.
हाँ, so and especially in murder mystery and all, you can't just reveal कि क्या,
Exactly.
and that becomes very tricky also, Rashi. Like when we write the book review, so when you're supposed to write about plot, or if you are
Mm.
supposed to write about the backdrop of the story, that becomes very tricky. कि
Mm.
story का outline भी देना है और कुछ reveal भी नहीं करना है.
Yes.
We should not make one character shine, starting से ही hint नहीं देना है.
Correct.
So that
So
that
many things to
pointers
keep
all.
in mind here.
Yeah, so many. One thing is like people should be, they should at least read the book first thing, which
Yes.
many upcoming book reviewers
Mm.
should
Review
read
पढ़ के
the
at least book
yes.
ले लोग. Yeah.
And jot down your pointers within 2 days. Like when you have
Okay.
completed, jot
Mm.
down that
But it's still
pointers.
fresh in your mind.
Yeah, the story is still
Yeah.
fresh in your mind. The characters are still there speaking to you, how the
True.
story went on. Just jot down the pointers. If you can write
Mm.
the review, best. But if
Yes.
sometimes it happens like we are very much
Yes, of
busy
course, you're
and
busy with other things or
yeah,
something. Yeah.
so just jot down the pointers which you want to convey to the audience. Otherwise, what will happen? You will scroll down again 300 pages. What happened this
Ah,
chapter? So it's
that's
not
true.
quite possible.
Yes.
So and especially for non-fiction books, I would say if you have shut the book, write the
Uh-huh.
pointers.
Right
Write
away.
the
Yeah.
pointers, or else market, or
Mhm.
else market. That's what.
So these are some very good tips coming from the two, I would say, because they have been writing such beautiful book reviews that after reading that review, you will definitely feel like picking up that book.
Yeah.
So, like, what are
Okay.
the books that you're reviewing from this year's carnival? What are you reading now?
There's a
Yeah,
huge
yes. They've come up
carnival
with so
books.
many books.
Yeah. And I would say many first timers also who are in this carnival, and
Yes.
they have come up with a good books.
Mhm.
we were very much excited when the book on podcasting came by Amrita Basu,
Amrita, yeah.
because she is doing so well. And there is always to learn from Amrita, because
Mm-hmm.
she's a content creator, she's a painter,
Yeah.
she's a gardener, she writes about environment. And
Yes.
then
She has experience in all those fields.
yeah, she's
Yeah.
experienced in all those things. And she has a very much experience in podcasting. So when the tips
Mm-hmm.
are and the facts coming from Amrita Basu, so it was nowhere that we don't read that
Right.
book. So we have read it, and that is our one of the recent book reviews
Reviews.
also.
Okay.
Yes. So, and I would say it is for free. So if people are
Yeah.
not downloading it, so they are missing it a very big bunch of things.
Definitely.
Yeah. And 2 years back in Carnival itself, we published a microfiction book,
Mm-hmm.
100 word stories. So when
Mm.
Harshita Nanda came up
Yeah.
with a collection of 100,
100 words.
100
Yeah.
stories, so
You
nowhere
can't
like
miss that.
no. So that was one of the first downloads which we did,
Okay.
because microfiction has its own charm.
Yes. And
Yes.
she's very good
And
at this. I've
yes,
read
and she
Harshita's,
keeps
like
on
she
posting
keeps,
on
yeah,
social
sharing
media
on the
also.
social media also.
Yeah,
And she's
yeah. So
really good with that 100-word stories.
and when you get a collection of 100 stories on
Yeah.
different themes in a single book, who would
True.
miss that? So
Definitely.
these two books are like, yeah, we were very much excited. And
Mm.
Tomican Sir ke book jo hai, Humpty Dumpty 10 Hats,
Yeah. It has also
because
like
he,
collection of short stories.
yeah, collection of 10 short
Mm.
stories,
Yeah.
and that will make you think about
Mm.
humanity, the political life of India,
Yeah.
the way we, perceive the nation, and
Mm.
the way we convey words to others, like how does it happen. So
Mm.
it's
Yes.
really
Must read.
yeah. And
Good.
we are looking forward for Suchita's book Happy Endings. Like we have
Yeah.
read very reviews about that book,
Mm-hmm.
so looking forward, next fiction book we'll be reading that. Yeah.
Nice. So these are some very good recommendations that you can pick up from this year's carnival.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So what are your
And
future
of course,
plans now? Are you writing more books or you're focusing more on your blogs? What are you busy with?
uh, busy, it would be definitely कि धूप छाँव को upscale करना है.
Yeah.
So we want to write more, and we
Mm.
want to focus more about. And yes, Aura of Thoughts का एक consistent path. We have
Mm-hmm.
created a path, and according to the season and the tenure, how it like we have a blog post,
Mm-hmm. Planned,
scheduled.
is it?
We
Okay.
yeah,
Nice.
they are planned and scheduled. And coming with Dhoop Chow, like we are
Yeah.
still experimenting what people are liking it.
Mm-hmm.
So that is going in Dhoop Chow. Plus
Okay.
books, I think we are very much grateful to all the reviewers like who have
Mm-hmm.
chosen our book and written reviews about lessons from nature. So we are collating all the reviews.
Okay.
We are reading it again and again, what they are trying to convey in their feedback section, and the
Mm-hmm.
suggestions which reviewers are given. So we will come up with all those solutions, how
Okay.
can it be much better, and then
Mm.
another version of the same book you will
Okay.
be
Nice.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah, you'll be seeing soon.
Would you like to read something from your current book?
Yeah, there are many
Yeah.
chapters, but the
Okay.
one which is favorite is like, and when after writing it, we both were like, did it go well? And we were like, and that is the chapter which is connecting well with the readers.
Okay.
So, so that chapter titled is Ingenious Xerophyte.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me read out to you. The xerophytes also survive exactly in a similar way, if
Mm-hmm.
at all. We have yes, where it went? Huh. These plants need the bare minimum water to survive in tough conditions. These are
Okay.
called xerophytes. There
Mm-hmm.
is a desert flora that adapt to fight extreme temperatures. In most places, xeriscaping is adapted as these plants require minimal or no maintenance. Like these mighty xerophytes, one should also have the ability to adapt to the toughest situations in life, holding with the minimal we have and putting in efforts to be content and happy. This can only happen when our expectations are low and our willpower is high. Situations in life are not at the same all the time. If there are downs in life, highs are sure to follow. So, be a zero human who will roll out alternatives to keep going rather than expecting from others.
Oh, that's wonderful. This is just one example. Like they have so many in that book. So you should
Yes.
definitely download that book and read and review. And we'll be sharing all the links in the description of this video to their books and the blogs. So definitely check those links. And we'll end
Thank
this
you.
episode with the question that we promised in the beginning.
Mm.
So Sonal is here, and they are like they belong to a duo, the sister duo. So the sister is missing here. So you have to name the other sister from this duo, and we have already talked about both the names in this episode itself. Very easy question. Don't forget to answer, because if your answer is correct, you will get mega prizes at the end of the season. So thank you so much, Sonal. Thanks for your time, and it was lovely talking to you.
Thank you, Rashi, for hosting me. Thank you. Thank you very much.